I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to see you, man. Love the way you shaved down your beard, man. For me, I appreciate that. Inside joke, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Well, listen. I thought he was standing upside down because when I knew him, he had more hair on his head than on his chin, and I was like, wait a minute, he's standing upside down. Wait a minute, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hmm. uh, Android, man. I haven't gotten a chance to drink the apple juice yet. So, I stick with what I know. You know, that's right. That's right. My wife she has the Apple thing, and anytime she asks me to do anything, like if I need to GPS someplace, I can do it really quickly on my Android. Hers, I'm like, where is it? She's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It's like, yeah, we passed the exit 4 exits ago. With me trying to figure out this iPhone thing. So, hmm. Fridays. Fridays. Yeah, man. Fridays is heading into the weekend, and you know, I love a good weekend. I love the surprises of a good weekend. Monday is just like, oh my god, this I got to go through 4 more of these before I can get out of here. Please tell me it's Friday. That's why you don't hear a song called "Thank God It's Monday." Yeah. Hot. Uh, well, no, nah, because I like my water cold. I like my women hot. No.
Okay, I'm going to go with lukewarm. Thank you. Just going to sit right there in the middle. Thank you.
That's right. Lukewarm, I can stand on just about anything. Tepid. Yes. Yeah. 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 Well, in terms of becoming a New York City court officer, my oldest daughter's mother was with child at the time, and I was working at a hospital, working in the administration office at a hospital, and I just knew I was going to need more money, and I looked in there's a paper called The Chief in New York, and it tells you about all the civil service jobs. And I noticed that they were giving a test for New York State court officer. salary looked good and everything like that. And so I took the test, passed the test, and 2.5 years later, just to show you how fast New York moves, 2.5 years later, I got the job as a court officer, and I went to work at Brooklyn Family Court first, and then a year later, I was transferred to Manhattan Family Court, where I met my future boss. You know, so yeah. Oh no, no, no! I never dreamed of it, man. The funny thing was, most of my young career, I I always wound up working with kids. I worked in daycare. I ran a community center, a recreational center, for a year and a half. 150 kids a day. Coming through there. And so, some kind of way, I always wound up working with kids. And uh, so, let me give you the quick story. 1990, I moved out to California. I left uh, lucrative job, as a court officer behind. Came out to California, worked for the U.S. Marshal Service for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then a friend of mine said that the high school that he was working at, Fremont High School, had an opening for a student conduct liaison. I didn't know what it was, but it was working with kids, sort of a counseling position. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine. I'll take the test. Yeah, not take the test, but I'll go to the interview. Went to the interview, and they wound up sending me over to Monta Vista High School. Now I thought I was going to wind up, at Fremont High School, sort of not. I mean, it wasn't. I won't say it was thuggish, but it was a little rougher over there. Yeah, just a little rougher. And but they sent me over to Monta Vista High School, and I was like, wait a minute, man. I remember the day I drove up. I came into the parking lot, and I went, man, look at all these great cars the teachers drive. They went, no, those are the students' cars. I'm like, thank you. I'm fully ashamed of my wheels. But I worked at Monta Vista High School for the next 3.5 years. But during that, in 1995, I happened to be reading in the San Jose Mercury News about this judge I used to work with, Judge Judy Scheinlin, and that they were, she had written a book, and Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining. I was like, yeah, I know, I remember her saying that, and that they were developing a TV show for her. I wrote her a letter, and I used the most modern uh, form of communication at that point, okay, because this was pre-computer and pre-cell phone days. And so I faxed the letter. I called back east and asked one of the officers that I knew back there what was the fax number up at the judge's chambers. I said, hey, do me a favor, make sure that Judge Scheinlin gets this letter. And it was just a congratulatory letter. And at the end of the letter, I was kidding around and I said, hey, if you ever need a bailiff, I still look good in uniform.
And we all know what happened then.
But like 3 weeks later, she called me and she thanked me for the letter, and she said, "Hey, we really do need a bailiff. You were kidding around, but we do need a bailiff. We tried it with a regular actor, and it's an unscripted show, and I need somebody that knows how I move and how I operate." And she said, "As I remember, you were kind of crazy." I said, "Well, I'm still kind of crazy." So she said, "Well, if you're crazy enough to try this with me, I'll recommend you for the job." And the rest, as they say, is history. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I when I knew you, Tyler, I never dreamed. In fact, just to show you how much confidence I had, I took a 6-month leave of absence from the school. Like, my mama ain't raised no fools. This thing don't work out. Hi, I'm back. I'm back. I was just kidding. I was only kidding. I'll be in my office if you want me. So, so Got it. While you do this, I'm going to change. Superman is going to change from mild mannered bailiff to just a regular guy. Y'all take this in for a second, all right? Oh yeah. Several times I've been stopped at the airport because of these guns. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I thought you said it was sassy talks, and I was like, oh, this gonna be sassy. Okay, sexy chocolate. Now hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. So I gotta do something here. All right. So nah. Nah. I can't. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Welcome back to the second half of our show, okay? Where things get real. That's right. It gets raw right here. If you don't like raw, turn your volume down. That's right. That's right. And a total nut. Yeah. All right. And I remember you got off your bike and you came to my office. It's like, that's your bike? Right? I remember my first question, not from around here, are you? Yeah. 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 You trying to get me to cry. I ain't doing this, man. I ain't doing this. Trying to be okay. Right? Okay, stop. The check's in the mail, all right? Trust me. Man. Wow. Wow. Well, first of all, you know that I have 4 kids of my own, okay? And 2 boys, 2 girls. The oldest girl's closer to your age, and in fact, this is the funny part. You know my kids, you've known my kids ever since they were kids, and so that was one aspect of my life that being a counselor at a high school impacted how what type of father I was, and to be a mentor and a father figure sometime to you guys prepared me for the opportunity to speak to thousands of kids across the U.S. Kind of running down to them my philosophies about life and trying to get them to develop their own philosophies as to how they want to live their life. One of the first things I always do whenever I go to a classroom is I ask kids who are their heroes, you know, and you always hear the typical answer, some sports figure, music figure, actor or something of some such. Every once in a while you'll hear one of them say, my mother or my father is my hero. And I would always tell them, well, when's the last time you got a chance to talk to your hero, to actually physically touch your hero? Does your hero know you? And, they get that sort of deer in the headlights look like, what are you talking about? I don't know LeBron James, or, I've never met, Ice T or Ice Cube or Ice Coffee or, you know, you know, Igloo Man, but then I would say, well, hey, I got a chance to talk to my hero this morning. I got a chance to shake hands with my hero this morning. And they go, really? And they're waiting to hear who it is. And I call their teacher over and I go, this is my hero, and I got a chance to shake hands with him. I got a chance to talk to him. I said, here's the crazy part. You get the chance to be around my hero every day, and he knows what's happening in your life, and he understands what challenges you're facing, and he's preparing you to face those challenges. I said, and that's what heroes do. They protect you. They go out there in front of you. They stand in front of you and take the blows and everything from different parts of the community on your behalf. And I get a lot of letters from teachers thanking me, for not pumping them up so much, as showing kids the reality of who you should be depending on in your life, and who you should be able to trust and help you to achieve, who should be assisting you in achieving your goals. So Monta Vista, my time at Monta Vista with you guys really, really prepared me for that, and so thank you. Mm-hmm. Man, look, I got to say something here. When you just mentioned their history, I think people out there should know that when we talk about Monta Vista High School, if folks are not familiar with it, it's a wonderful high school in a beautiful bucolic setting. It's great. Great teachers there, great counselors, the whole 9 yards. There were 18 black kids on the college, on that campus when I got there, and it was odd to me, because I was kind of asking God, like, why you have me here, man? I need to be in the hood. I need to be, I need to be where they need to see black role models and stuff. And God just kind of revealed to me, like, listen, these kids need you too, but not only the black kids. There are white and Asian and Indian and Latino kids who need guidance too. Don't assume that because they live in affluent communities and they come from affluent households that they're getting what they need, And so, but I remember a young man named Jamal came to me, and he was half white, half black, and at times people couldn't tell. So they kind of slept him, you know. And Jamal came to me one day, and he was the lightest, most militant, revolutionary kid I've ever met. And he said, "Yo, Mr. Bird, we need a black student union here." I was like, I was like, yeah, right on. You know, thank you. Not sure what color person you are. No, and no, but he was so he was so well read and well versed in at least partially in Black history, and so he said, if we start a Black Student Union, will you be our faculty advisor? And I said, well, sure. I'd be glad to do that. And I wound up, helping to start a club for Black kids, on that campus. And I remember we went to Tony Kinkella, who was from Zaire, all right, and asking him, hey, ask your mother what word means like togetherness in her native tongue. And he came back and he said, my mother said the word is lasanga. I said, okay. I said, so as opposed to you guys calling the Black Student Union, and it being divisive, why don't we call it lasanga and let the people on the campus know that we promote togetherness and we promote inclusion, not exclusion, And I thank God for you guys that were there. Y'all got it, y'all understood it. I remember taking you to Oakland to the art gallery over there, and Marcus Bookstore in downtown Oakland, and they gave us books on consignment to come back and sell at the campus. And during Black History Month, man, we put up, Black artwork, and we put Black books in the library, and we would have a contest every day. You could win lunch tickets and stuff, if you got the Black trivia question, and I remember white kids, man, like breaking down the door, man, like, I got the answer. And again, this was all pre-computer, so it wasn't like, you'd ask the trivia question and they go, oh yeah, let me just check my phone, none of that, man. It's like you had to actually go and do the research. You had to find a book or find some way to, get the answer. But I just remember how grateful I felt that the Black students allowed me to show them about their history, and that they embraced it, and that they embraced each other, and that they were key in teaching others on the campus about Black culture. And so it was and I learned so many things myself, so it was just fantastic, man. It was a great experience. It's a great experience. Yeah. That's right. I don't know about that algebra thing, but I know Christopher Columbus ain't discovered no America. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Right. Yeah. Let y'all was about half the club. I don't think we're going to be able to have a forum today. The Taylors are out. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Okay. um, be prepared as with any career goal that you have. Prepare yourself. There's three factors that I always tell kids, uh, uh, young people about. I keep calling kids. Um, and so one is to have a passion for what it is that you want to do. That means that you would do it even if you had to do it for free. You know. Um, Two is realize whether or not you have the talent for it. So just because you're passionate about something, you might be passionate to be a singer and can't hold a note in a bag. So they're just that's the couple, like, and I am telling like, oh, no, don't tell me now, please. So we said it's a talent contest. What's the matter with you? Why you here again? Why are you here again? No, but and then if you find that you have the passion and the talent for it, then go to school or take classes, develop the skill set. You know, not everybody who has the passion and even the talent to do something achieves great success in it when they're not fully prepared and they're not as trained as possible in whatever it is that they seek to do. So I advise those three things. Make sure that your passion, your talent, and your skill set lines up with your 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 ultimate goal. You know. Wow. You know, uh, a lot of it has to do with who you know, and even more so, it has to do with who knows you. You know, so yeah, I've known a lot of people in my life, that I thought could assist me in furthering my goals and my dreams, but they didn't necessarily know me. So you have to uh, again, the classic case with Judge Judy. When I wrote her that letter, okay, it was more. It served as more of a reminder. Even though I was sincere about wishing her well, it served as a reminder to her as to who I was. And so one of the first things um, that she said, uh, she said that she remembered me doing an impersonation of her on the bench in Manhattan Family Court. Now, mind you, I wasn't into acting really then. I wasn't, seeking to be a stand-up comedian or anything. This was just how I was. This was my life, you know. And so, I got busted by her one day doing an impersonation of her, and as she herself has said, a scathingly accurate impersonation, so that, but that's what kept me in her mind, and so when she gets this letter out of nowhere from this officer that had worked here, in Manhattan Family Court 5 years before, she could have just tossed it off, but she was like, oh, Bird, he crazy. I remember, wait a minute, he's out in California. That's where we're doing the show. So all things came together for the good, and so yeah, it's who you know and who knows you, and whether or not their memory of who you are is a pleasant memory, So you know, that's right. That's right. That's right. And don't burn no bridges. You might have to cross back over 'em. You know. So, the funny thing is so this makes 25 years since we started doing Judge Judy. We are in the 25th season, 25th and final year, and um, and I have been blessed to meet face to face some people, man, that I like idolized. I mean, I watched their movies. I danced to their music. So who comes to mind? Okay, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson. It's funny because Samuel always gets pissed because I do a great impersonation of him. You know. I said, stop talking. What's the matter with you? I don't want you to do that again. I've met Denzel a couple of times, and that was always pleasant, very very nice. Smokey Robinson actually introduced me to Berry Gordy as a friend of his. I went, I don't care what they say about me. You know, like, I don't care what they do. Uh, and to meet Berry Gordy was like, and this is the killer. So I am now friends with his son, you know, and his son is always like, hey man, let's have dinner next week. Oh yeah, Pop asked about you, man. He said to tell you he saw you today, and he'll tell me something that happened on a Judge Judy episode. I'm going, Berry Gordy sitting at home watching me. I am humbled. But Steven Spielberg. I knew. This is the funny part. I got to know Steven Spielberg's mother. Okay, before she passed, man. Oh, she was so. Oh man, she was so eclectic. She was so eccentric, but at the same time classy, but down to earth. Oh man. So I can't say enough about Steven Spielberg's mama. And she used to run this restaurant down here, and every time I would come in the restaurant, she would walk me around and introduce me to everybody at every table in the restaurant. And I'm just standing there, it's like whatever she wants to do. And she was shorter than Judge Judy, man. So she was just a pistol, man. And again, Glenn Turman, who was in Cooley High and was in the original Raisin in the Sun. Loretta Devine was at my birthday party. What's her name? Anna Marie Horsford, Kim Whitley. I've gotten to know all these comedians. Tommy Davidson is a friend. Kid from Kid to Play. That's my boy. Like I'll be sure. Oh, and these guys will just call me. My wife and I do internet Instagram show on IGTV every Tuesday night at 6. Bonding with Bird. Yeah, Bonding with Bird. Okay, on Instagram, Bonding with Bird. Her name is Makita Bond, like in James Bond, and I'm the Bird in that, and so Bonding with Bird, and it's on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. But you have these people who will come in, and they'll interview with us, and they just have a wonderful, we have a wonderful time with them, but they come in and they consider themselves friends of ours, and we consider them friends. And so we just it's just unbelievable, some of the people, their resumes read like I would like my resume to read. Yeah. I did a commercial with James Earl Jones. My first commercial that I ever did. This was, man, this was 23 years ago or something like that. You know, I got to do some voiceover work. They are bringing back the Proud Family on. Yeah. And so I got to do some voiceover work on that. I'm not going to tell you who I portray, but everybody who sees the Proud Family, that particular episode, will know exactly who's when my voice shows up. They will know. But yeah, man, just uh, dozens and dozens of people, man, in the sports industry. You know, certain players. I mean, most of my friends, their careers are over. But you know, but like Chris Webber, Bobby Jackson, um, Ka- Kaepernick, you know, who again is one of my heroes that I got a chance to shake hands with, you know, and discuss politics with, you know, and the importance of using your voice to better your community and the condition of your people. Colin Kaepernick, stand up guy, man. You know, I'll take a knee for him. You know. But yeah, right. He's a stand-up guy on his knees. He stands on his knees. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and probably forever too. In perpetuity. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? No. All right, where's the real Tyler Taylor, okay? All right. Okay. I saw Men in Black. Yeah, there's some alien stuff going on here. In perpetuity. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, and maybe even forever. Yeah, you're ignorant. But no. But yes, they'll be showing them forever. I'm sorry, I interrupted your question, man. My bad. But, um, without revealing too much, so my wife and I got remarried last year, last March, March of 19, and to a wonderful woman who is. Then you got that's it. That's it. Uh, yes, a wonderful woman. Her name is Lawanda. No, that's not it. No. You can tell she's younger than me because I can't. No, right. What's your name again, girl? Makita. Makita. No, no. The wonderful Makita Bond. She's a gem. She's a jewel. She's man. Uh, I, I can't say enough about her, man. She's wonderful. But she so we got married, and especially during this COVID season, we always made each other laugh, always. But especially during this COVID season, we have really gone bananas. And so we started doing the show that I mentioned earlier, Bonding with Bird, on Instagram. But we're trying to expand that show and put it on YouTube and see if we can get some bites, either on YouTube, or and continue to grow our audience that way, or have some network or some channel wanna buy it. Can you hear me? Am I still there? Oh, okay. So yeah. That's one of the things. Another thing that I'm looking at is the development of my own sort of court show, but it would be more of a mediation show. Um, in court, you got winners and losers. In mediation, hopefully, you have two winners. You know, and so I'd like to see. We have some people who want to test out what that would look like with Judge Byrd at the helm. You know, you like right? Hi, the name is Byrd, Judge Byrd, right? This is his courtroom. He don't give a damn. I said I don't give a damn. Now you better sit your ass down. I'm not gonna tell you no more. That right. I hope you realize that we're trying to get along here. Either that or Bernie Mac, right? Hey, look, I told you to sit down. You get up one more time, I'm gonna bust you till I see the white meat show. But that's right. That's right. That's right. When you start seeing bone, you're like, oh. I think I hit him a little too hard with the bat, baby. You know, bring that Robitussin over here. Put some tussin on it. Walk it off. Punk it. So yeah. So that's the mediation show is another thing, and then and a couple of other things that we hope will pique folks' interest, and listen. At 63, I am not trying to get a full-time job. That's insane. That's insane. At 63, you want like, yeah, can you come in? No, Reno, Fresno. I said no. Yeah. I don't look a day over 60. You don't look a day. You look one day under. But you don't look over 63. Got my hair. No. I don't have all my hair. I have some. No. I was just getting ready to say, no. I don't have all my hair, but I got more than you. No. Well, wait a minute. That's like the two lawyers were walking through the woods, and all of a sudden this big bear came out and started chasing them. One of the lawyers sat down, opened up his briefcase, and started putting on his sneakers. Started tying on his sneakers. Other lawyer looked at him and said, "Man, is you crazy, man? You can't outrun that bear." He said, "No, I just have to outrun you." That's all right. You know what? See, but you just a handsome guy, man. So it come peeking through the beard, man. Women are probably looking and going, "Yeah, girl, let me tell you something. He bald headed too, and he's so cute." And then I've never seen a light bulb talk. Yeah. But that's all right, man. Sugar Faye got it. Suge got it. That's right. His wife's name is Suge Knight. That's who she'll be if he mess around. That's my hero. That's my hero right there. That's one of my heroes. Yes, sir. Sure. Mm-hmm. Wow. Um, so I'll be honest with you, man. The first thing I did, and you know me, you know I'm a man of faith, um, and you know you've gone to church with me before, and all of that, you know, um, and so one of the first things I did was I gave it to God, and I struck a bargain with God, like I'm in a position to, but it was more so for me. Uh, and I said, I got to figure out a number that if I'm offered something that that will bring shame to my household, my name, my God, um, what figure can I put on that would entice me to forget about those three entities? And I said, let's be real. Somebody could offer you $1 million, $10 million to do a role or to say something or to uh, uh, endorse something that you know in your heart of hearts is no good and will not bring honor to your God, to your family, to your name. And so that was the first deal I struck, was that I would do nothing to bring shame to my God, my family, my name. And I like to think that I kept my part of that bargain. And so God continues to bless me, you know, and I don't get necessarily the roles that you know the big roles with all the name recognition and all the money and all the, you know, fame that comes with it. But I'll be honest with you, Tyler, the fame that I have is just enough for me. The money that I've garnered over the years has been enough to um, take care of my family, to put something away in case, you know, um, in case things don't work out and I don't have any more work, and to pay my spousal support. And excuse me, is there a problem? There's no check here. You know, it's like, you know, it's like the baby in the womb and stuff like that. Excuse me, the broccoli. Could you stop? You know, no, but you know, what God has given me, man, has been more than sufficient over the years, man, and I'm truly grateful. You know, and you know, again, you know, that was the first thing I made up my mind about. So it's kept me humbled. Um, my wife knows. My ex-wife knows. My kids know. My friends know. There is no one that I will not stop and assist. You know, somebody needs a handout. It's like, yo, I'm in my pocket. I'm like, yo, you know, hopefully this will bless you. Um, hey, can I take a picture with you? Absolutely. Hey, Bird, listen, my mother's on the phone. She don't believe it's you, man. Could you talk to? Yeah, give me the phone. Hey, mom, what's happening? You know, dude. You know, because, you know, and I love it when I get compared to, you know, to some more well-known people, and it's like their report card is like a F, you know, like, yeah, such, you know, I love it. Black women tell it, you know, yeah, you know, that's like the other day so and so came by and I asked him could I have an autograph, and he looked at me like I was smell bad or something like that. You know, Birds, you not like that. I'd be like, no, I'm not like that. And you do smell bad. No, but no, no. But I ain't gonna hold that against you, and I'm not gonna hold you against me. No. No. Now get out of here, Stinky. But oh man, Mhm. Man, thank you, man. To hear that from you is better than any Emmys, even the two that I have, and the Oscar that they kept from me. No, 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 man. That's what has more meaning. It doesn't matter how much hardware you have up on your shelf and how many zeros are behind the number in your bank account. It doesn't matter. Because ultimately it's you know when you have friends, when you have good friends, you have a wealth. You know, you have much treasure in your treasure chest. So I've been blessed, man. Really blessed. Nah, I'm here for the duration, man. He won't let me. He won't let me. I've been trying to get. I know. All right. I'll tell him. My wife said, "Keep me one more minute." See, you know what that means, right? Most people that sound like permission to a black man, like, oh, she said, "Keep him one more minute." No, that means we got to cut now. No, I'm just kidding. She's not even here. She's actually doing a game show. Yeah, she's at Sony Studios doing some game show. I don't know the name of the game show, so don't. But but it's funny because she had to leave 5:30. She had to be there at 5:30 this morning. Because they got the new regulations and the COVID testing and all that. And she goes and I wish her good luck and baby, and kissed her goodbye. She went on out the door and she got down there. And I'm laying in bed watching The Mandalorian. I'm like, man, okay, now I could just chill. And she calls and she's like, I forgot to bring my. And she sends me into her closet to get these different outfits, right? Because I guess you have to have different outfits in case you win. They shoot them all the day. I'm like, I'm sitting knee deep in traffic, like, now, what they call this game show? you know, Boo Boo the Fool. Get your wife her. So listen. I picked only what you listen. In this day and age, thank God for technology, man. Because in this day and age, they ain't no mistake. Like, if I go to buy my wife something, right? It used to be you go and buy something, you bring it back, and I don't like that. Shoot, I be at the place, I be like, baby, look at this. Can you see it? You like it? You don't? Good. All right, no, you can put that back. So, ah! I tell you, man, you married to Suge Knight. She gangster. Bring it home again. Bring it home again. I dare you. I double dare you. Bring it home again. Mm-mm-mm. You are my hero. I'm telling you, man, you are my hero. and the student has taught the teacher. Well done, grasshopper. And a lot. You're killing me, man. You are killing me, Smalls. Go ahead. Come on. hell no. No, no. Let me tell you. I'll tell you real quick. Tell you what happened. So the first year, first year, maybe like the second case ever, the second case of Judge Judy ever. Got a guy up there, Latino gentleman, very passionate about, he had been swindled out of $2,500 by the defendant. And we had these podiums, right, that they stand at. But they were taped down. They weren't like nailed down. So the guy is standing there, and every time he tries to tell the judge says, so, Mr. Sanchez, what happened when he got the money? Your Honor, when this charlatan, and he's going off, this swindler, and as he's doing it, he's pulling the podium, and you hear the podium going, it's coming up from it. It's getting ready to come off the thing. So I think the judge wanted to save the podium and keep the guy from hitting this dude with the podium, right? So she kind of gives me the eye, like, yo, check him. So I go and I stand behind him, right? During the whole case, and every time he's getting ready to go off, I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, relax. The judge is listening. Okay, but this man, and he's, So we finished the case, and after we finished the case, they come to me, the powers that be, and they say, hey, Bird, let me ask you something. If anything went down, any type of violence or anything like that went down, on the set, what would you do? I said, well, what are you indemnifying me to do? He said, indemnify is is that like in perpetuity? I told him, call Tyler, he'll tell you. But I said, well, it's an insurance term. It means that you're going to cover me if anything goes wrong. I'm covered. Yeah, well, we don't know if